our respected CMD Madam, Mrs. Suchita Gupta, our respected GM and Director, Mr. Peter Chatranjan, to this very special afternoon of the farewell ceremony and the launching of the National Insurance Profile. I also welcome our GM and Director, Madam Geeta Santasilan, our GMs, Mr. Babu Paul Sir, Mr. Kotwal, Debashish Das Sir, Chiranjeev Das Sir, Madhumita Jaina Ma'am, Kasturi Sengupta Ma'am, our actuary Mr. Ashok Lahoti Sir, and our very distinguished guests who have come from both far and near and taken the pains to be in this very special occasion today. And certainly not the least, our fellow NISAians who are here with us for this afternoon. The occasion today is one which is both sad and happy at the same time. Our two respected leaders are superannuating today, and we shall definitely be missing the guidance and the support and also the benevolence which both of them have bestowed onto us. It would also be a happy moment for both our leaders, as from now on they would not be under the pressures of the ministry and of course the daily routine and the tensions of service life, and they would look forward to doing things which they would be interested in, as I know both of them have a right interest in life. So now we shall now have the invocation song by this team of singers, Shreyoshi Chatterjee, Jaya Chakraborty, Nilankur Matia, Shuparna Bukshi, and Avantika. That was really a very nice invocation song. I now request our respected CMD Madam and our GMs to come on stage for the lighting of the lamp. Babu Palsar, RGM, to deliver the welcome address.
Good afternoon, all of you, and a warm welcome from Head Office. Respected Suchita Madam, Mr. Kamaljit Gupta, Ishita Gupta, I think I spelled it right, Peter, Anjali, Pratika, guests from all over the country, personal guests of both Suchita Madam and Mr. Peter, my dear NICians. It's a happy day as well as a sad day. Sad day because a couple of our beloved people are leaving us. Happy day because the way I saw both Madam and Peter dancing as they entered, I know that at least they are happy. Today's program is divided into two sections. First is the launch of NIC's profile. Now, it's a matter of public knowledge that NIC is the oldest insurance company in India. And there is a lot of history behind it which has not been properly documented and passed on to the next generation. So this is a project which we have been talking about for a long time, and finally Mr. Peter took the initiative to get this done. And that will be done at the first part of this meeting. It will be in the form of a profile, looks like a coffee table book, which captures many things that we don't know, because our history or our memory is only from 1974. There is a good lot, almost 6 decades of history before the nationalization. So that has been well captured, well documented, and that will be released today. The second half is the farewell function, or if you look at from pension department, it is a welcome function, it's an induction function into the pension department. So you go out from this door and come in through the other door. Some of my fellow GMs who have arranged this program literally trapped me into welcoming you so that I will not get any chance to tell about Madam or Peter. But I will take 2 minutes. My interaction with Suchita Madam has been very limited because I am here only for the last 8 months. Today, if you are sitting in this nice auditorium and having an office just across the door, it is only because of the untiring efforts, or I wouldn't say the efforts, the grit and will of Madam. When I came here, she told me that we should move to the new building, Turans, immediately. So then there were a lot of people, this is not happening, that is not happening. And a lot of people went to her and told, they gave some valid reasons, some weird reasons. So every time somebody goes into her cabin, I call her, Madam, kya karna hai? She said, nothing, go ahead. So that reminded me of a Salman Khan dialogue. I don't know, because I'm from a Gha Chet. I don't know where my telling this would be right. Salman says, एक बार मैं कमिटमेंट कर दी, उसके बाद मैं खुद को नहीं सुनता. Once I give commitment, I don't even listen to myself. So Madam was like that. So my runway was clear. So the flight was to take off, and we took off fairly before her leaving. So today we have a beautiful office. I could proudly say that one of the best corporate offices in the country. I had the good fortune of servicing many corporates, having worked in Singapore. I have not seen such a lavish, fabulous corporate head office. And today, if we have moved today in August, it is because of that one person inspiration and that iron grit that she showed. We'll be missing you, Madam, and there are many things which I will leave to my fellow GMs to comment on that. Wish you all the very best. Coming back to Peter, you know Peter has many facets. I have noted down some. Photographer Peter, everyone knows. Sports enthusiast Peter. Quizmaster Peter. MC Peter. The other one is a little difficult. Bird watcher Peter. I don't know what kind of birds he watches. Numismatics, coin collector, stamp collector, traveler, and much more. But to me, the biggest attribute of Peter is kindness. when you sit in this official chair, at least I become a machine. I don't look at emotions, I don't look at persons. But Peter's the kind of the kindness he has in every action is sometimes just unbelievable. And I could experience that kindness, and I could experience that genuine warmth in him. We'll be missing you, Peter, and I will end with, in 2014 we had a national congress where Peter was entertaining the guest quizmaster Peter, and once the program was over, Mr. P.K. Mahapatra came on the stage and asked, okay, we are entertained. Now what pleases the mind? His question was, what pleases the mind? What entertains the mind? What activates the mind? People couldn't answer, and the answer was standing next to him. If you translate this, what pleases the mind, into Sanskrit, it becomes Chittaranjan. So that is for you, Peter Chittaranjan. So with this, I welcome all of you, all NICians, all guests to this gathering. Thank you very much for coming in. My personal wishes and prayers to both the retiring executives. Thank you, Jai Hind.
Thank you, Babu Paul sir, for those words. We shall now have the launch of the company profile. I request Peter Chittaranjan sir to come up on stage for the launch of this profile.
Recreation Club, थोड़ा ज़्यादा ही नचा दिया भाई. I'm very tired to give speeches now, I think. Babu, thank you for such a warm welcome. Thank you all for such a warm invocation song. NICians and non-NICians, those from Calcutta, those from out of Calcutta, those in service, those who have superannuated. Those who are following astronomy will realize that today is something very special. Today is what is called a super blue moon day. It's a full moon. And if you have been following the WhatsApp, it says that the next big supermoon of this nature, this close to Earth, will come in 2037. But I'm not going to talk to you about the fact that today is a blue moon, super blue moon day. I'm going to talk to you about the fact that today is a red letter day, my friends, red letter day. And I can assure you that today, I'm not saying is a red letter day because first time in the history of the 4 companies, the top 2 functionaries are retiring on the same day. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the fact that we are bringing out something which is so close to our hearts, my friends. It's called the company profile. And I can just whisper, it's actually the coffee table book. We are not allowed to use coffee table book, by the way. But let's take it as a company profile. And why is it so special, my friends? It's because it's been a 10-year journey. It's been a dream of 4 CMDs, and it started from Mr. Chandra Prasad's time. And for some reason, circumstances prevented the release of this book. And just as Babu Paul was talking about Madam's role in this building, I can tell you, if there is one person to be thanked for this company profile, digital company profile, again we have to go back to our CMD, ma'am. But unfortunately for us, the permission was given in February 2023. So what were the challenges, my friends? What were the challenges? Challenge was time. And with a very clear timeline, August 15th, it has to be released. And the second challenge here, my friends, was budget. We had the example of 2 coffee table books, and Suchita ma'am has had a hand in the GIC coffee table book. And we knew what the amount spent on that coffee table book was. And ma'am clearly told us, I have two requirements here. One, August 15th is your timeline. Two, it's going to be at a fraction of the cost of what either GIC or New India brought it out at. Now, I want to tell you, why did I put my heart and soul into this? There is a gentleman in this hall, his name is Devraj Datta Roy. And I sat with him and understood that here's a person who's telling that yes, we can do it. But it's very easy to say yes, my friends. But when I sat down with him, he already had a blueprint in his mind of how to go about it. And when I saw that blueprint, and when ma'am had this deadline of August 15th, and we know that a normal coffee table book takes anywhere between 1 to 2 years, and here we had just 6 months, that yes came from the fact that I sat with Devraj and saw his passion, I saw his determination, I saw the homework which he had done, I saw the roadmap he had. And I want to tell you today, if the coffee table book is out, if there is one person, my friends, and I'm going to ask him to stand up because he doesn't like to be in the forefront. He hates it. And in fact, he would like to hide himself. He's right here, my friend. Right here. Devraj, from all of us, from 8,500 NICians, we thank you. Because today, whatever we have done is mainly because of you. Yes, we all were side actors. There were a lot of side actors. But we have to thank you, my friend. Thank you, Devraj. On my last day in service, I have to acknowledge what you have been doing over almost 15 years. But today, you can say it's a culmination of what you've been wanting to do, what I've been wanting to do, what all of us have been wanting to do. So thank you very much. I have to, so what is the quality here which was displayed by Devraj? And I want to bring it to the wider family of NICians, that if you put a mind to anything, if you're determined and you're passionate, my friends, anything is possible. And I can tell you, once you see the coffee table book, you'll be surprised that something of this magnitude could have been done in 6 months. So I want to tell you that if we can all inculcate these three attributes, focus, passion, determination, which was displayed by our Devraj while bringing out this book, I think this company will be second to none. Second to none, my friends. I will now come to the next lot of 2 persons who are there behind this book. And I can't see them, unfortunately. Oh, I can see you. Yangzom Lama. Yangzom, please come, my batchmate, Yangzom. Please come here, Yangzom. Here, you have to come here, this side. Yeah. Can we give a big hand? Yeah. And Mr. Gautam Nag there. Please stand, Gautam Nag. Both are ex-principals of our training college, by the way. And you know, the greatness of these 2 NICians is the fact that they have retired, they have superannuated, and yet they took this project to their heart. And I really thank you, Gautam. I can't tell you, Yang madam, what you all have done for this book is just amazing. You know, we flouted some protocols while doing this book. We did not write a letter to our ex-CMDs that we are doing this officially. So we are going to now request 2 of our NICians to interact with you. That is Madam Yangzom and Mr. Gautam. But they didn't wait for protocols, because if we waited for protocols to be filled, probably this would not have seen the light of day today. So they took it to their heart. This was their project, our project, and they did some important aspects of this coffee table book, and we are going to see some of it in a few minutes. Now, again, what is the lesson here? There's a lesson here also, my friends. I told you about a lesson that Devraj gives. I'm going to tell you a lesson when retired NICians come together. And we are 20,000 of us. Can you imagine what we can do for this company? And I would request all existing GMs, especially my friend Devashish Das, who has a lot of passion for this company, please utilize services of retired NICians. Because if 8,500 of us serving NICians and 20,000 retired NICians come together, that becomes an army. And I request that I'm going to join that very soon, and I'm not saying it with any selfish interest, but I can see, because I interact with a lot of retired NICians, and I take a lot of time with them, and I know the talent which is there, which can be tapped. So if we can use this pool of 28,000, in this coffee table book, the lesson has come from both serving NICians and retired NICians. And I have to come to my own team of NICians. We formed a team quite quickly. We knew exactly who fits into what role in the NICian team. We knew very quickly. And I want to tell you that there is so much talent in us, just in head office. There were some who were photographers, some who were editors, some who wrote articles, some who were layout specialists. This book, can I tell you, ma'am, Suchita ma'am, we could have brought it out straight and purely from NIC. But then we wanted to bring a quality touch to it. So when Times of India team came, we felt that we saw 2 of their coffee table books, and it was so beautifully done. We straight away realized that the future coffee table book will be best if Times of India is involved. So it was a combination of National Insurance Team, Times of India. It was a combination of serving NICians and retired NICians. And I want to tell you that this book is going to be a legacy, a chronicler, a history teller. It'll be, what is national insurance? If you really realize it, what is national insurance? When did it get formed? What was the history that it passed through? You'll be surprised that we've survived 2 world wars, my friends. We've survived the Indo-Chinese aggression, wars with neighbors, economic depression. We have also survived COVID. So this is the company which is being chronicled. And it's not only of interest to only NICians, this should be of interest to anyone in the corporate world. How an insurance company which was formed by Indians in 1906, during the height of the national movement, was brought forward and has survived for 117 years. So this is a lesson for all of us. I want to tell you that it is my great pleasure to now pass on this. I just wanted to acknowledge all those who have played a role and pass on this mic to my very dear colleague, Madam Yang Zom, who will also now brief you a little more about this coffee table, about this digital profile.
I would like to say, everybody, respected CMD Madam, directors, general managers, corporate management, honored guests of the NIC family, the NIC company profile team, brothers and sisters, boys and girls of National Insurance Company Limited, good afternoon. May I get a good afternoon in return? It's great to be here today in your midst, in the grand new office and in this glittering auditorium. It's great to see a hall full of vibrant, robust, cheerful NICians. In fact, the brightness of your presence here today can only be matched by the sparkle of the precious treasure that Peter sir just mentioned and that Madam Suchita Gupta, our Honorable CMD, has actually steered into fruition. This is what we call a precious treasure. And I would profusely like to thank CMD Madam and the NIC management for giving me this distinguished honor and singular honor of introducing what we can truly call a precious treasure. This treasure is a labor of love and passion, as Peter sir just mentioned, generously offered by everyone who was involved in the preparation of this book. In fact, what really touched our hearts and warmed our hearts was a love and attachment that all superannuated NICians still hold for this company. Some of them are above 80, some of them are bedridden, one of them is even 103 years old. All of them came forward because they knew that something good was happening. And what to mention of their family members? They gave us their love and their generosity in such abundance. So such is the positive energy that has fueled the making of this precious book. You know why? Because this treasure, it holds within itself our past, our present, and also our future. It encompasses our invaluable inheritance bestowed onto us by our elders. It speaks not only of their trials and tribulations, but it also speaks of the triumphs and the victories, and it speaks of their golden vision for the future of this organization, National Insurance Company. In the present, it details the contemporary environment, what you have or are undergoing, the challenges and how you have surmounted them. Definitely not with ease or with comfort, but with great hard work, with great diligence, commitment, and team spirit. And most importantly, this treasure bequeaths a legacy. To you who are the present of National Insurance, and to the generations that will follow you, this will be the unfailing bridge, the guide and the companion that will connect NICs yesterday with NICs today, and yes, NICs tomorrow. For there will be times, if not already now, when you find that the ship of NIC is not on an even keel and a brewing storm appears to threaten its safety. At such times, go through the pages. Be inspired to see how, in similar situations before, our titans had risen to the occasion, and how, with confidence, courage, innovation, and an undying love for the organization, they successfully beat the storm through and saw the dark clouds disappear to give way to the sun shining upon them from an azure blue sky. So my dearest NICians, go through each page with a sense of pride. This is no ordinary organization you belong to. Think about it. Can we talk of any other similar entity flourishing today that was born in the wake of the nation's freedom movement? Could there have been a better way to articulate the concept of Swadeshi and Swaraj than by opening an indigenous native company exclusive of foreign influence? What more can you say of an entity whose commitment to serving the nation has always been its guiding light and force, whose dynamic team of women and men have always been ahead of the times, whose motivations and initiatives have revolutionized industry paradigms time and time again, whose losses and failures have been the pillars upon which have stood its successes, and for whose unique achievements corporate India has feted with prestigious awards and accolades again and yet again, whose performances and contributions have compelled the industry to acknowledge it as an iconic brand, whose shining NICians, such as you here today, have truly shown your mettle as belonging to the very best. and whose warm and loving embrace has provided a home away from home for all who have joined its mainstream.
Respected CMD Madam and our GM, Mr. Peter Sir, to come on stage for the launch of the company profile book.
Mr. Debabrata Kar, Ravindra Bogal, Gitanjali Khanna, Gautam Nag, please, you're requested to be on stage. Rajiv Banerjee, Manabendra Ghosh, Amit Kumar, Abhishek Banerjee, Dr. Priyamita Ghosh, Dipankar Bhattacharya, Nilankur Matya, Vatsalya Gunjan, Amit Kumar Ghosh, Diptarka Chakraborty, Wilfred Felix. Devraj, please come. And special thanks to Mr. Kalol Basu. Aditi, please come on stage, Aditi. Pradeep Sarkar, Tapan Das, Shyamal Das, Shovakant Sharma, Abhijit Paul, and Dipendra Das from Times of India. I didn't? Yangzo? Yeah. Dipendra Das from Times of India, please come on stage. And your colleague, please, if anyone else from the Times of India team, please be here. You all have played a big role. Dipendra, I want to tell you that one of the reasons why we got the confidence, I didn't mention it, is after I met you, Dipendra. The way you said we will do it, and we have done it. Thank you. So here's the whole team, ladies and gentlemen. Gitanjali, come, who are responsible for this book in various ways, small and big, but it has taken the final shape because of this team which is here. So thanks to each and every one. No, thanks to each and every one of us for what has just been, what is about to be released. So over to the book launch ceremony. Yes.
These audiovisuals have been prepared by absolutely our in-house talent and a very talented NICians. So the presentation on CMD Madam has been made by Mr. Devraj Datta Roy, and the presentation on Peter Sir has been contributed by Mr. V.P. Ravi, Regional Manager of Vizag RO. So before we start on this presentation, at the cost of repetition, of course, our CMD Madam was a direct recruit officer of the 1987 batch, joined in GIC-RE and was posted in the economic capital of the country till her joining here, our company at Kolkata on 2nd of August 2021. Madam is a person empowered with a plethora of degrees. She is a fellow of the Company Secretary of India. She is a master's in commerce. She also has a law degree. So hats off to Madam. It was really interesting to read her profile when she joined the company, and we really felt so proud that we had such a qualified CMD with us. It was a pleasure for many Bengalis to know that ma'am is Banglar mein. That is, she is the daughter of Bengal. Though she has not really spent much of her tenure here, she is very much a Bengali from Bolpur, and a place which is associated with Rabindranath Tagore So that was a very interesting piece of information, and it really strengthened the bond with her. Ma'am, when she joined, everyone knows this, and it's acknowledged fact that we were going through really very troubled times, but ma'am has really made lot of efforts to turn our company around. So I will not spend more words on her. Let us quickly go through the AV presentation made. Our Peter sir, our very beloved Peter sir, not only Peter sir, joined our company in the year 1986 as a direct recruit officer. He was posted initially mostly in the northeastern region of the country, Guwahati, Shillong. In fact, I would say many of my cousins are associated with him as, educator of economics. That's how they know him. So he is has a master's degree in economics, and after his promotion to chief manager in the year 1997, we all know that he was in the IT department, and whenever there's a problem, one phone call to our Peter sir was enough to solve the problem. He's always been so supportive. He was promoted as DGM in 2017, and he was also in charge of Bangalore regional office till he became GM in the year 2020. There is no department which sir has not handled actually. The whole gamut of it he's been in. Talk about HR, talk about IT, talk about technical, miscellaneous, marine. Sir has been in almost all of it. So he's a perfect all-rounder. And how can one not talk of the enthusiastic Peter sir? His Facebook profiles, talk so much about his talent that all his other Facebook friends actually feel so small in comparison to him. And if anyone needed a healing balm, that was Peter sir. Peter sir would always put the employee at so much ease. Sir, I think, your humane angle would really missed by all of us. Continue with the rest of the program. I request our GM and Director, Madam Geeta Santasilan, Madam, to come on stage and address the gathering.
I don't know what more there is to say after what we saw of both our CMD Madam and Mr. Peter. Anyway, I'll just say I'm not yet 1 year old in this company. So the few months that I've stayed here, I'll just share a few experiences of mine with both CMD Madam and Mr. Peter. After 36 years in another company, I was transferred to our company, National Insurance. You can imagine the fears, the apprehensions one will have when you are transferred to another company. But somehow, I did not have any of those feelings. The main reason being, I had spoken to Madam on a few occasions when I was in the other company. I had also seen Mr. Peter Ranjan, and I knew Mrs. Madhumita also. So somehow I felt that I was not going to a new company at all. And when I came to this company, Madam asked me, which are the departments you are very comfortable? I told her which are the departments I'm not very comfortable. So she gave me almost what I wanted. What more could I have asked from a person who had not even known me and had known me only briefly on very few occasions. And in the days that I was here, she has never interfered. She has never told me, this is how you should work. You can't bring anything from your previous experience and impose it over here. Nothing of that whatsoever. Everything she left to me. Even whatever notes I had taken to her, she had immediately signed. But wherever a caution had to be given, she threw that caution to me. And she said, these are the areas that you will have to be very careful. Thank you very much, Madam. And I really cherish all those moments I have worked with you. I mean, for a person coming after 36 years, this is what we look forward in another company. You made me feel as though I had not come from another company at all. And I had been one amongst you all for many years. And what I noticed, another thing about Madam, was her intelligence, her grasping power, her quickness in everything that was taken and shown to her. She would not have worked in those departments in the previous company she was, but somehow she understood everything. And whenever I speak to my friends in other company and when they ask about me and they ask me about Madam, this is what I tell them, how intelligent and quick and her grasping power. I think that's what is actually needed if you have to run a company in a smooth manner. As for Peter sir, I had met him on a few occasions. It was always high and by. But when I came over here, the bonhomie he extended, it was as though I was not from another company. It was as though we had known each other for many years. In fact, whenever I wanted something, I used to call him up on the phone because his cabin was always full of people. And the next minute, he used to come marching into my cabin and he'll say, I've noted whatever you said. I'll act upon it. Nothing to worry about. So what else can we expect from a fellow GM? There was once a problem in one line of business which he was handling, and there were some concerns about it. So I went to him and I discussed, and he immediately said, you tell us how to take it forward. See, this is something which I never expected at all. You know, I felt so moved by that sentence. It made me feel so much at home with all these people. I think that is one of the qualities of NICNs, and that is one of the special quality of Mr. Peter. Thank you very much, sir. I enjoyed working with you all, and I learned a lot from you all. I love to hear your speeches. In fact, whatever work I'm doing, I'll always see. I said, no, let me keep this work. I want to hear Mr. Peter's speech first. So you're an extremely good orator. So thank you so much for making me feel at home, for making me contribute what you thought I could do best. Thank you so much.
Respected CMD Madam, Peter Sir, all my dear NICNs, and the relatives of our today's stars. Very good evening to all of you. It is rightly said by Geeta Madam, after viewing this audio and video visual, nothing is left out. Anyhow, I will try to touch upon some of the areas which may not have been touched, but at the same time, I will also ensure that I do not take the rights of other people who are speaking after me. So, in fact, I would also make it a little lighter. So, nowadays, last few days, we are hearing a lot about Chandrayaan. चंद्रयान के बारे में काफ़ी सुन रहे हैं. सो इधर हम पृथ्वी पे हैं, ऊपर चंद्रमा है, चंद्रयान वहाँ गए हुए हैं और ऊपर स्टार्स हैं. सो आज का दिन है 2 shining stars. So let us have a big clapping for 2 shining stars. So my journey here in Calcutta started 28 June 2021, almost at the same time when CMD Madam came. CMD Madam joined in August 21. So it was almost same time. 2 basic difference. Madam had 2 advantages here. One being, as just now we have heard and everybody knows, Bengali language culture advantage, and corporate working, she has got vast experience. And for me it was a totally different domain, different turf. This belt I started working first time, and before that I was working in various operating offices, being in charge of operating offices. So the first time I came to corporate office, so totally new game for me. So slowly, steadily started the innings. Really it was tough, challenging time for Madam also, for all of us also. It was COVID period, definitely the second wave was at the highest. So many casualties happened in the April and May, then it was June we came here, then like that slowly, gradually we started. Everybody was in mask. Earlier it was difficult to recognize the people. We were walking in the morning walk, the Alipur and Belvedere. I took 2 rounds, then second round Mr. Vijay Kumar said, you are Mr. Gotwal? Yes, I am Gotwal. So then we removed the mask, then we recognized. So that was a really tough time. So slowly, gradually we started the thing. So it was tough time for the working also, for the company also. We have seen here the datas. But Madam accepted that challenge and we can see tremendous improvement in all KPIs. So performance is very well said there. I would say madam's tenure of 2 years I will specify in terms of cricket. Okay, because Peter sir is a lover of cricket. We have seen a lot of things cricket here and so many lovers of cricket. So I said I would like to make it lighter. So first year it was test match cricket for madam, first year test match. So she started very gradually, steadily with humble beginning, lot of experienced player in the team. Then slowly, gradually, next 6 months it was one day cricket. So madam took the grip of everything. There is change in the team. Some people went away, some new came. So it was a wonderful one day cricket. And the last 6 months is T20. So T20, madam again got the experience. So again few people went, new people came. So beat premium. In fact, in one of the RO in charges group, there was some message also. Ki last ball sixer done by madam, last ball sixer hit by madam. So it beat with the premium or the claims follow up or the what you call HR or the even this building we are here today. Everything. See was the taking keen interest in each and every year of the company, and there was a tremendous improvement. And with her guidance, cooperation, support, our department also excelled in many areas. We did wonderful job. So I would say that apart from that, our madam has got a multifaceted personality. She has got many talents, many qualities, and I would say only 3, because other people they will say I said all things, so I will say only 3. One is that she is a multitasker. She can do so many works at the same time. I have seen many times in the board meeting or maybe in her cabin, so many people are sitting, but she is working on the mobile also. She is talking to this person, that person, everywhere. So at least I cannot do that. So that is a really wonderful quality she has got it. And the other quality is that छुट्टी का बात आता है तो नेवर रिफ्यूज द लीव. जनरली बॉस होता है छुट्टी के लिए मना करता है ना, बट दिस वंडरफुल क्वालिटी कभी मैडम ने नहीं मना किया. मतलब सभी जगह देखा कि प्रॉब्लम होती है, लोग छुट्टी के लिए मना करते हैं, बट मैडम ने नहीं किया. एक और क्वालिटी थी मैडम, जस्ट एक्सक्यूज में लिख रखा ना. कहीं रह गया कौन. I'm getting some tips. Okay. So, madam, कोई बात नहीं, थोड़ी देर में याद आएगा. But anyhow, that is also positive quality, wonderful quality. So, really, we appreciated that, we loved that. So, because of your leadership, we are here today. So, now coming to Peter sir. What to say about Peter sir? We have heard a lot. So, Peter sir has said now 8,500 people in ICN presently, and he said 20,000+ people retired. So that makes about 28+. Anyhow, I am reducing it a little bit. Maybe when Peter sir started or we started, it was something around 18,000, sir? 18,000? So 8,000+ now, 10,000 almost retired, 18,000+. So, क्या कहूँ मैं कि पीटर सर हमारे जिगर के टुकड़े हैं. ये हमारे दिल के टुकड़े हैं, और ये जो जेम ऑफ पर्सन, इनके लिए बहुत बड़ी तालियां होनी चाहिए. And when I joined here in this company head office, particularly I am talking on my promotion, it was a COVID period. I did not have my car here, and as per the government restrictions, purchase of new car was not allowed, and there was no additional pool car. So he very gladly, voluntarily offered his pool car, and he said, "You please come with me, share with me." And it was almost 8 months, day and night, evening, morning, even maybe some late sitting or Saturday, Sunday, or sometimes going to airport, coming back. Every time his car was available, his pool car was available. Really thankful to sir, and particularly you and your driver, Mr. Sanjay Saha, where he is somewhere there. So thanks to both of you. Really, I loved your company. And gem of person, no words to say, so many words, but very difficult to say that all these words to say. So really we'll miss you both a lot. Madam, you and Peter sir, you both of you. We will definitely see that whatever path you have shown to our company, to all of us, we follow that, and we take inspiration from both of you, and from this platform that this building, our madam has shifted our head office to this high-rise building. So the expectation of the people, the customer, all the stakeholders, the government, that has also risen. So let us take a pledge today that whatever path they have shown to us will take this company to further greater heights. It is a teamwork. All of you can do. Yes, it is possible. Madam has also said in her this thing also. Yes, we can do. We have done it. We will still do it. And एक और एक दो होते हैं, लेकिन हम एक और एक 11 बन के दिखाएंगे, एक स्ट्रॉन्ग टीम बनाएंगे और हमारी कंपनी को बहुत आगे लेके जाएंगे. एंड एक इश्यू है, पॉइंट है जो मैं कहना चाहूँगा कि हिंदी में से कहना चाहूँगा कि आपका जो पसीने में भीगते हैं वो वस्त्र बदलते हैं, जो बारिश में भीगते हैं वो वस्त्र बदलते हैं. ऐसे चेंज हो गया, आई एम सॉरी. जो बारिश में भीगते हैं वो वस्त्र बदलते हैं, लेकिन जो पसीने में बदलते हैं वो इतिहास बदलते हैं. सो माय डियर फ्रेंड्स, लेट अस टेक ए प्लेस. वी विल चेंज द हिस्ट्री ऑफ दिस कंपनी, विल टेक आवर कंपनी टू ग्रेट हाइट्स. लॉन्ग लिव नेशनल. एंड आप दोनों को बहुत बहुत बधाई हो. मे गॉड ब्लेस यू विद ऑल गुडनेस, हैप्पीनेस एंड ऑल द ब्लेसिंग्स ऑफ गॉड soar on you and of your families. Thank you so much.
I now request our GM, Mr. Debashish Das sir, to share his thoughts.
Good evening, everybody. Respected CMD madam, GM and Director Geeta madam, Peter sir, and my fellow GMs and all my colleagues. Actually, on the occasion of superannuation of CMD madam and Peter sir, I have I will just read out a few lines that I have jotted, because if I go extempore, then I will become endless. Yeah. So about CMD madam, actually, I would like to mention that a courageous term of 2 years as guardian of a family, carrying so well the company and its people in an alien land of NIC. She was a God-sent angel for NIC. She was a proven Lakshmi for the organization. Last year was the successful business year for NIC. And even the industry got the OS revision in her GIPSA chairmanship. She came as a CMD, and she is now living as an elder sister, winning hearts of all NICians. My love, respect, affection, and best wishes ever for CMD Suchita madam. And about Peter sir, as everybody, means lot of ornaments goes to him, but I have a lot of complaints and grievances about against him. There's a long list, but I will just read out 2 to 3. Number 1, why Peter sir is so wildly popular in NIC among all sections of NICians, which I can never be. I can only envy. Yeah. Number 2, why Peter sir is so exquisitely dressed all the time with all youthfulness and full of gesture, etiquette, and so polished and refined under all circumstances, even when the other person is not so good to him. Number 3, why within a short period of mixing, my family is also so highly impressed and admiring about his person and qualities, and they say I can never match. There's a long list, but the answer is that I would say Peter sir is really a God-gifted human being, and whoever is associated with him, his family, friends, colleagues, whoever, senior, juniors, I have also worked under him in crop from CRO2 as a junior also. Yeah, that time also I have taken the leverage of almost he always behaves like an elder brother. Whoever is associated with him is simply blessed. So am I. Why my heartfelt best wishes for a long, youthful, and cheerful retired life to Peter sir. All the best, both CMD madam and Peter sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Debashish Das sir. I now request our GM, Mr. Chiranjeev Das sir, to come and share your thoughts.
I've been told that whatever I have to say, we should wrap it up in 5 minutes. So it really doesn't matter, because even if I speak for 5 hours also, it will not cover of whatever I would like to say about Suchita ma'am and Peter. And besides, there was a long audio video on Peter that probably covered every aspect of his life. And to speak 2-3 minutes on Suchita ma'am would be doing a great disservice. I think from a collective milieu, I think all have spoken what she has done for the company. For me, I have toured with her on several times, met with her very closely. In fact, she's the first CMD I'd actually worked with, and have never having worked in head office ever in my life. She joined maybe, I think, 2 months after I came to head office. So while I have interacted or met so many of our CMDs, almost all the CMDs in my career, she's the first CMD actually I worked with it. And if there's one particular thing, in fact, I told her once that, ma'am, I think you should actually sometimes act like an CMD, because you're too accessible, you're too friendly, you're too open. थोड़ा सा लोगों को महसूस होना चाहिए ना आप CMD है. And she was like, मुझे अच्छा लगता है. I like meeting people. I like to be very close to people. So, I mean, apart from whatever she has achieved, whatever those, I think if you open a balance sheet 2 years back, 2019, 2020, and 2022-23, those are there in the public domain. But for me, the most endearing part of ma'am was her accessibility, her openness, her childlike enthusiasm, and the biggest thing which she gave me, if I talk it from a very, very personal perspective, the trust and the belief which she had in me. I wouldn't be a GM here standing before you, speaking to you, addressing you, if it was not for Suchita ma'am. So that was her, the trust and belief in me that I would deliver what she had expected. I don't know whether I have done that or not. I seriously doubt whether I have done it. But ma'am, thank you so much for being with us, being with me. Whenever I have gone to you, I don't remember a single time ma'am said कि ये नहीं हो पाएगा, तुम लेके जाओ, मैं तो sign नहीं करूँगी, या I don't agree with you. So that's the main thing that I will remember, and the memory of Suchita ma'am will be that, the love and the affection which I got from her. The performance speaks. It's there in the public domain. Wish you all the best, ma'am. I know how much your family means to you. No matter how I'm close to my family or whatever, I never would have gone every week or every 3 times a month maybe, and that is over and above 20 days of traveling in a month. That was, I don't know how you managed, man. Kudos to your stamina, the kind of time which you gave for your family, apart from your so stressful and pressing schedule. Hats off to you, ma'am. And thank you again for whatever you have done for me, for us, for the company as a whole. We'll always remember you, ma'am. And as I said, we'll miss you terribly, ma'am. All of us. As far as Peter is concerned, I think last time I had a little bit of a sad feeling was when Mr. A.K. Jha retired. He was one of my very close friends, someone who I could gel on a personal level. With Peter, that's even more different, because we have so much in common from the background perspective, from the place we studied, the same college. I think we are the only 2 people who would have studied in the same college, St. Edmunds in Shillong. And the only good thing is that maybe 1 year down the line when I retire, we'll be in the same place. So hopefully, Peter, I hope you'll still be in Guwahati, and I will be in Guwahati as well. And but the thing I'll miss about Peter is that just going over to his room whenever I felt like. There were times that I felt a little bored, I felt a little disturbed, I felt like I needed some company, and he was always there with a smile, with a coffee. No matter how busy he was, he'd always find time for me. That is one thing which I'm going to miss about him. The time we spent together, there were so many instances, from our Guwahati days, from our Shillong days. Peter literally almost dragging me to Kolkata to play a table tennis tournament, moving around in college streets looking for Tintin and Asterix comics. And he was very generously, gave me a couple of things which he wanted, but he let me have those comics. We'll share them, Peter. I'll still have them. And the cricket matches, the table tennis which we played, the badminton. There's so many things, you gel at a personal level. I won't talk about Peter the officer, or all that per se, the photographer, the love for numismatic or philately. In fact, he gave me a very lovely treasury bond in front of the GPO. I still have got it laminated, Peter. It's still there, that 100 rupees thing. So these are small touches which I'll miss. One year down the line, maybe we can still catch up and do all those things which we still could not do. But we'll miss you, Peter. We'll miss you a lot. But you'll give a lot more time to your family, being away from a lot. I hope, Anju, you'll be okay with Peter for a prolonged period of time. You have gone maybe not used to it. My wife tells me if I go after 3 days, like, kab ja rahe ho tum? So I'm sure Anju will not be saying that. But let's hope. Both of you have a great time together. You share so much together. Peter being with you throughout now. I think that's all. I think I've overshot my time. Wish you both, Suchita ma'am and Peter, a very happy, peaceful, and most of all, a very a period of very good health. Enjoy whatever you'll be doing now. Wish you all the best. God bless both of you. Thank you.
Request GM Madam Madhumita Jena to come and address the audience.
Esteemed CMD Madam and respected directors and GMs and my fellow GMs and ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. So very good evening to all of you. It's actually a great privilege to be standing here and seeing this great congregation, and the most important part of the congregation is the families of CMD Madam and Peter Sir's Madam and daughter. So it's very great to see the family coming here, and actually when they have come, I have seen the family members. It seems that they are leaving us. Ma'am and Sir is leaving us, but actually you are not leaving us. So I echo Peter Sir's words. You are not leaving us. Only thing is that you are sitting in Alliance, and now you will be a permanent Alliance. That's all I can say. Peter Sir's career has been a dedication to the organization for 37 years, and he is known for his generosity of time and energy and positivity and respect. He respects every single person in the company, from I think sub-staff to the CMD madams and maybe beyond the stakeholders. He was having the very generous respect and he wished well for everybody. So that is something which will be remembered by all, and obviously I think I echo with all people that you are one of the most loved NICians for all times. And ma'am, I am coming back to ma'am. My first meeting with ma'am was in 18th November 2021 when I was in GIPSA, and I had not met ma'am as a CMD of National. So that time was the first time I saw her, and believe it or not, it was very short duration. August she joined. I think ma'am was not well for quite a I think few days, 15-20 days something. Ma'am was not well. We just heard that CMD of National, that's how we were talking about all companies from GIPSA. She's not well. But then I met her in the CMD's meeting in Bombay. Then she actually had got the credence of National Insurance. He actually came with a lot of thoughts, a lot of reliefs to National, which was pending or obstructed for some reason. Things were not given away to people of National. She came with that. So a very new CMD with all that of credence for the company, it was mind-blowing. It was mind-blowing. So after that, I think during that initial phase of interaction with ma'am, we were discussing all heavy matters, and then in all the discussions when all the CMDs used to talk a lot, ma'am was a quiet image. So then I remembered what my mother used to say: the head of an organization has to be sthita pragya. That is the calmness. He came with a calmness there, which was actually very professional professional dealings. I think wage revision was coming and people were meeting, union people were meeting and all. She was a picture of calmness. So I thought ma'am is actually very calm and composed and control and everything. I mean, she was from distance, she looked exceptionally calm CMD with Sthita Pragya, head of the organization. So then I think because of that, we got our arrears, we got our wage revision, we got a lot of things. I think National also came so successfully implementing all the changes because of she was in the helm of affairs. But at the same time, like I must tell this, after that I got occasions to interact with her in a very different platform, not as a CMD, this thing. So that is where I will echo what Debasi said. Ma'am is very innocent. That is something I feel from my heart. She has a childlike, she is not at all boring as a CMD. First thing, she is very interesting and she is full of ideas and she has the passion to take everything to a completion. That is something which I think I cherish and I hope that I'll pick up that particular learning from her. To whatever you pick up, you should take it to the completion. That is something really great about ma'am, which has really impressed my heart and soul. So at the end, I think we will, all I can say that the continuity and stability which was there and the two stalwarts, actually CMD Madam and Peter Sir, they are not going to be there, but I think I will take your favorite words to assure you, sir, things will be in the right spirit and the company is going to do great. And once again, while completing my 5 minutes time, CMD ma'am and Peter sir, I congratulate for completing the 36 years of your career, reaching the highest, and with all this grace of God, I think I wish that you continue to guide us wherever you are, and we will be keeping you in our mind and we will reach out to you all the time. And it's a family now which should be rejoicing now because they are getting back them full time. But as they say, no, they're like your one part of your work is over. But you have energy, you have your treasure of knowledge, you have your everything, sir and ma'am. So I think some other work it will be picked up and that will be again grand as it has been till now. So may God actually bless the families of both CMD Madam and Peter sir. Thank you so much.
Good afternoon, everyone. CMD Madam and Peter sir and Debashish sir, that I stand here today and address all of you, that is because of all three of you. Especially Madam and sir, I had just gone through an eye surgery and I did not know that the GM's interview was coming so soon. It happened within 2 weeks. So I was almost at the trough of my self-confidence. I was very scared. So it is three of you who pulled me, especially Madam and Peter sir. The way you had boosted me, that you go in for the interview and sit for it. Really, I owe it to you that I stand here and talk to you from this podium today. Now, Madam has really been an elder sister, as Debashish said, but more she was like a mother. And Ishita, you are really very lucky that you have such a wonderful mother who has really been so kind and so understanding. So, as a lady especially, I have really valued the support that she has given me. The first day when I met her, I was in Neera Madam's chamber and Madam suddenly came in and she said that, oh, I had gone to your room, I did not find, so I was searching for you, if you remember, Madam. And then you said, I have heard so much of you. And then you said, I always wanted to meet you. So the number one in the organization, telling that to a chief manager, that was, if you have seen the movie Om Shanti Om, Deepika Padukone, when first she met Shah Rukh Khan, she felt that she would faint. So I felt I would faint because the CMD of an organization telling a chief manager this, that I was searching for you and I wanted to meet you, I have heard so much of you. I really do not know, Madam, what material you are made of with. You were so down to earth and you were so good and you really gave us so much of strength that we could perform so well. Right in the journey of these 2 years that we have been with you, you You have always been with us, you have encouraged us, and whenever we had any problem, we had gone to you. Be it in our career, be it in our family, you were always there with a patient hearing, and that really gave us a lot of boost, a lot of morale. Now today, as we are showing the figures, there has been a turnaround. It's like a sine curve that we were here, and now that we have come here. So every employee now feels a lot of satisfaction. Madam, I was reading somewhere that a man feels really successful when he sees that the others are successful. Today, so I echo the same words. Today that all of us, all the NICers, the 8,500 and also the retired people, they are feeling that yes, National has got a turnaround and yes, it is again coming up. They are feeling that sense of satisfaction. They are feeling each one of them are successful. There lies your success. Because to each one of us, you have given that feeling that yes, each one of you are successful, each one else can be success. Thank you, madam, so much. Now coming to Peter sir, I always call him Peter sir. In Calcutta, especially the Bengalis, we have the habit, even few months elder to us, we call them Dada or Didi. So Peter sir was always Peter to me, and he used to tell that you were the only person who always called me Peter da. So while everybody used to be very happy with Peter da, I used to be very angry. Why? Because Peter da has been my boss for a long time, but he is the one who says yes to every broker. He says yes to every RO. So really I did not know whom to give the business and which broker to choose when actually the crucial businesses came. So he is too good, too with a capital T. So everybody he says yes, and everybody is very happy with him. But then when it actually comes to the execution of the thing, everybody we can't please always. So then I used to be very angry with Peter da. But as Babupal sir was saying, no, many of the attributes, he is a traveler, he is a photographer, he is numismatics, philately, then bird watching, so many things. He is a shock absorber and he is an agony uncle. So whenever I used to get very, very angry, I used to go to his room, but one smile and a little bit of advice, and then the pressure used to come down from here to here. So that's why I always say, Peter, that you have always been very kind, because that is also very much required. I was going through one of the videos that your family has posted, where somebody was telling that we should learn from him how to say thank you and please. It is really so. You have really taught me how to be more human in my work. That is very, very important. And really I don't know how you manage HR, because everybody is very happy with you. HR, you can't keep everybody happy, because you have to say yes to somebody, no to somebody. But I don't know what magic you have that everybody was very happy with you when this personal department you handled. And under him, because I worked as a chief manager and a DGM, and also currently as a GM when he was the miscellaneous GM, we have really, National has gone from one height to another, because he gave a very free hand. And because of his adventurous nature, madam, so many things that we could do, right starting from a bike rally in the Antarctica till to ensuring yaks in Arunachal Pradesh. That was the gamut, that journey we had because of the guidance that he gave us. Now you will have I feel, madam, you will have and also in sports, I must say, he has been a sports lover himself, so that today National has a big name in cricket, in the Indian Soccer League, in Kho-Kho, in Kabaddi, in all the fields. That is because of the inspiration he gave us when he worked under him. But he will have a very tough time, because now he goes to sleep at 2 a.m. and he starts his work with his social media, Facebook, posting of the pictures, answering to everybody. That starts after 8 o'clock and it goes up to 2 a.m. And I don't know when he gets up, so I think he will have a tough time because of the work schedule he has. But he himself said, now I have to be disciplined with a very sad face. So you have tough days ahead, well, he had very nice days ahead. But thank you, both Madam and Peter sir, and really both our beloved leaders we will receive. Thank you, sir.
Respected CMD ma'am, Chitranjan sir, Geeta ma'am, all my fellow GMs and friends. I would say that today we would be from tomorrow we would be missing two of our stalwarts, CMD ma'am and Peter sir. First, describing about CMD ma'am, I think she has great leadership skill, confidence, and always smiling. These are the three things I think I have learned from her in this organization during my tenure in last 2 years. I have been with National from last 4.5 years till she joined 2.5 years. I was just in my role, which is an actuarial and CRO role. But in last 2 years, thank you, ma'am. I have learned a lot. I have groomed in all because of your supports. I have been groomed. I know how to take decisions, business decisions. I was involved in a lot of big decisions. With your guidance, with your support, I would say I've learned a lot. Thanks a lot for this, for giving me such a wonderful opportunity. I know last 4.5 years has not been easy for National. So this I have seen very closely in last 4.5 years, and I can understand 2 years might not be very easy for you also. When we were struggling with solvency, when we were struggling with business, definitely there would have been a lot of pressure from DFS, or if I say from IRDA. I think you have faced it very calmly, confidently. Definitely, this is a great journey for you also, and together with you, we have also learned a lot in this journey. I think you have given us a launch pad. Now we have maintained, we have fought last 2 years bravely, and now we have a launch pad. Again, from there, we can take Nationals to a new height. We can take it up new height, which you have provided a launch pad from here. Thank you, ma'am. Now coming to Peter, sir, I think again, everyone like says, he is a gem of a person. There is no doubt about that. One thing, I think I always lose my cool very easily. I'm known to be losing cool very easily, but I've never seen, sir, you losing your cools in any scenario. That is something a learning for everyone. I have seen you find you very emotional person, help everyone. That's a wonderful quality. I think one should learn in organizations how to support everyone. You have supported everyone throughout in your journey. That's a wonderful quality, sir. I think it is a learning for everyone, including me. I will try to keep my calm, hopefully seeing you and learning from you. But it's easier said than done. Second, like we have played a lot of cricket match together. I quite admire how energetic you are still there. That's at this age you maintain so much fitness. That's definitely again a learning for everyone that you can be fit at this level, at this age also. I don't know whether how much I can be fit, because right now I same thing that we are at the same fitness level, though so much age difference is there. Definitely a dance skill also, you can beat anyone in this room, I think, or whether it is in cricket, whether dance skills, whether I would say photography. You are multi-phase, multi-talented person, sir. Whether take it photography or you take up anything or oratory skills, no one can match your level of enthusiasm, your level of expertise. With work, this so much level of qualities, it's very difficult to get in any person. That's a rare God gift to you, sir. We keep in touch. I wish both ma'am and sir great future ahead and healthy life. Thank you. Thank you.
Chief Technology Officer, Mr. Kallol Basu, to share a few thoughts.
Thank you, ma'am. So after two detailed audio-visual and almost 1 hour of all the GMs speaking about them, it is really very tough to add more anecdotes. So I'll keep it simple. I'll just mention one word for each of them. For CMD ma'am, my word would be smile, because that's how we always have seen her. With the moment of toughness or any challenges, she never lost her smile. So, and thanks ma'am for all the guidance all the time. Anytime I had a direct conversation with ma'am 1:1, she would say 2 sentences, her favorite. One is, I don't know insurance and I don't know IT. And after that, she will point out the exact issues and she will provide some guideline about how to solve it. So that is a very rare quality, madam. I really have not come across such things too often. Coming to dear Peter. So I joined from a company, an IT consulting company. I was mostly on consulting and management companies all my life, almost 25 years. Before I'd taken a decision to join National. And one of the very few people who actually influenced that decision happens to be Mr. Peter Chittaranjan. So not only because he was the GM IT at that time, but all the conversations, all the discussions I had with him even before I could join really motivated me to join National as a company. So thanks for that, Peter. And the word I would use for Peter is human. So many of you have already told that. Believe me, the people who actually mentioned about Peter to me most were the likes of guest house caretakers, like in multiple places, not only one place, be it Bangalore, be it Delhi. So everyone loves Peter. That's what I have seen. Our guest house caterer, everyone is so much indebted and fond of Peter. So this human angle, Peter, you have is really rare, I must say. So I'll keep it short. I'll keep it at that level. I really wish you all the best going forward. Thank you all.
Amongst us, Madam Jayashree Bala, GM of GIC, she would also like to share a few thoughts on this event. Thank you.
Honorable Chairman, Peter Sir, all the executives of National Insurance Corporation and all present here, the guests and everybody, good evening. I thought the farewell of CMD Suchita Gupta would be incomplete if I don't mention her achievements in GIC Re. She joined GIC Re in 87. So out of the 36 years or 37 years that she has worked in the industry, 34 years of hers were in General Insurance Corporation of India. And I was associated with her since 1994. So immediately, like Mr. Paul said, sir, एक बार commitment कर ले तो खुद की भी नहीं सुनती है. So that's how it started. In investment, I worked with her in investment accounts. So the accounts were manual at that point of time. And she was instrumental, leading the team. And she was just a scale 2 officer at that point of time, and putting our investment management system in place. So our investments were streamlined after that, and we had a very good system which we could migrate to SAP, and as on date also this system has been working very well. That was the first. Then the second was when she became the company secretary. Many of you all, I think they will not mention that she is also a fellowship of the Insurance Institute of India. So that associate and fellowship she cleared in the first attempt. Within 2 years, she was a fellowship of the Insurance Institute of India, which is a real great achievement. Ma'am, that was really great. She became the company secretary in 2004, and she has said all the things in the company secretary, the SOP, the standard operating procedures in the department in such a nice way that it's still being followed by her predecessors, and they're very happy to do so, and they have a lot of love for you, ma'am. All the people in GIC love her a lot for that. Her coffee table book was a stint when she was a company secretary designate. And then was the, the listing of GIC. Listing of GIC was one of her Herculean tasks, and I think coordinating with all the departments has been a real achievement for Suchita Gupta. She has been working even till 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and like somebody just mentioned, always a smile on her face. She has always been a smiling face and very approachable by everybody. The concept of work-life balance is what I learned from her. She could really be a family person as well as an organization head, both at the same time. Somebody did say a multitasker. Yes, that too. She's very good at that. Then after this listing, I think she became the CFO of the corporation. As a CFO, I tell you, we had the worst experience with all the auditors because the listed company is subject to so many audits, and the auditors have a special, audit purpose, for doing these listed companies. They are very scared and they go all to the hilt doing these things. So she has successfully seen that we never got an audit qualification, managed all the auditors, and always completed the accounts on time. Even I should be mentioning, look, when she was the head of the investment accounts team, we had 9 trial balances, but she would always motivate us to see that we are the first to finish our trial balance. Like, it was a real great working with her. She was one of the strongest pillar of GIC Re till she lasted, and we had a real bad. We were feeling so bad when she left GIC Re. I still remember the day she left GIC Re, but it was for a better prospect. And I'm seeing that she has done lots and lots of things even here, which is very good. Like, all her achievements are really laudable. My friends, Usha, Mahesh, we have all been her lunch partners, and I think like it's been 30 years and we are still going strong with it. We have come all the way from Bombay just to see that her farewell, is well attended to by us. Thank you, ma'am. And Peter sir, I have known very little. I've just met you today, but I could see from the video and all your colleagues. Wish you all the best, sir, for your happy retired life, and hope you enjoy it and pursue your hobbies. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Coming all the way from GIC and addressing her on her special day. We will now have the felicitation ceremony. I request our CMD, Madam, our GM Director Peter sir, and all our GMs to be on stage for the felicitation ceremony.
Wonderful to see both the better half, I call the significant half, and Ishita. So finally we see this lady. Although we met once before, but now we are seeing you much closer. And all who have come on behalf of CMD ma'am's farewell, thank you to each of you who thought that this was a good occasion to be part of her special day. To all of you who came from GIC also. And thank you, ma'am, for those words which also reinforced what we didn't know, some of the things about ma'am. 34 years of her life you summed up so well. Fellow Director Geeta ma'am, my GM colleagues, DGMs, NICians from various parts of the country, whether it's Kolkata or I'm very particularly overwhelmed by my Bangalore colleagues who have come. 15 of them are here, including my caretaker who looked after me during COVID. I can never forget Prakash. I can never forget Srinivas. Vasan, thank you for organizing this. All in charges from Vizag, from Mumbai, from Chennai. I really appreciate your coming here, from Bhubaneswar also. Mr. and Mrs. Samantre, thank you for being here. You promised, I was surprised that when you were coming back from America and you said that we are going to overcome COVID to be here. Thank you for this special effort to be here. Batchmates of mine are here, and I really am particularly happy with Yang Zone, my very dear KB Behra, and Debashish and his wife, wherever you are sitting. Thank you for being here. It's special, you know. We were a batch of 31, but today 3 of them are there, and I feel very blessed that you all are part of this ceremony. And I'm very happy that my wife Anjali and my daughter Pritika are here. Probably first time in 37 years, 2 months, they are part of an official function. You've been part of unofficial functions, but official the first time. 37 years, 2 months, my friends. And I've been part of a lot of speeches where we talk about those who have retired. And here I am talking about my own retirement. You know, when I talk about 37 years and 2 months, the younger generation, of which my daughter is part of, would never believe that anyone can work in one organization for anything more than 3 years. So she used to, although she would not directly say it, she would impute it, that either you're incompetent or you're satisfied with the mundane. That is, if you're working in the same organization for that many years, it's not believable for their generation that somebody can be so long in one job. So here I am, 37 years, 2 months later, and my daughter is there. I was there for my father's retirement function. So today it's particularly emotional to have my wife and daughter also. It's like the whole circle of life has come. And here's my daughter attending mine. I attended mine in my father's farewell, which was on January 31st, 1995. You know, I have been thinking a lot these last few days. And I'm going to share some of the questions which are coming in my mind. And I will also try to answer you some of the answers to these questions which are going on in my mind. One of the questions which is going on in my mind is, what is the reason I'm retiring from national insurance? What is the reason I'm on this stage on August 31st, 2023? And I have to tell you, it is destiny, my friends. Nothing could stop destiny. You know, I was thinking back to the exact year where a chain of events start playing out. And you end up being here in this company, in this profile, on this stage. And I must start with 1979. The first big question that came is, are you going for humanities or are you going for science? 90%, I had just passed out class 10, 90% of my class went into science, which meant they went into medical or engineering. I was in that 10% which went into humanities, which meant that for me, my life at that point of time was going to be competitive exams. Then comes 1983, and Mahua, you referred to it. There was a very favorite lecturer of mine in economics, and one fine day he suddenly left. And on inquiry, we found that he had joined a company called National Insurance Company, 1983 batch. And we were very sad when he left, but it clicked in my mind, National Insurance, first time heard. 1985 start, I'm a postgraduate now. I start appearing for all the exams. And I'm getting through a whole lot of exams. Banks, I even got through prelims. I even did assistant's grade, which was such a tough exam. And I got through GIC. So here's the choice before me. 1986, what is it you're going to choose, my friend? And why did I choose GIC? It goes back to 1983, National Insurance Company. Nirmalya Datta, in case anybody knows who he is the reason why I'm in National Insurance. Now when you get through GIC, you have to fill up a form giving first choice, second, third and fourth. I didn't know Adam from Eve. There were two reasons why I gave National. One, Nirmalya Datta, 1983 batch, is in National. Two, I'm appearing for this exam from Shillong, which is nearest to Calcutta. So, National Insurance first choice. Chennai second choice because my parents are from there. Delhi because I'd gone there and had lovely holidays. Mumbai, unfortunately, ma'am, fourth choice. So that was my choice. And I don't know what is destiny again. It played out, I got my first choice. And someone told me, don't even think you got your first choice because you wrote National as first choice. They just did 1, 9, 13, 17 and you fell in one of those. So that is how I landed up in National. But then comes 2007. Put in my papers. I was going to get into a private company at 3 times salary. With family. I was away from family at this point of time. I was going to be with family and I was going to be head of the entire Northeast. And my GM HR at that point of time, my resignation paper is in front of him. And he says, he gives me a call. I'm a small-time senior DM in a small-time DO in a small region which is Northeast. I was surprised my GM HR is calling. He tells me, your resignation paper is in front of me. It's going to take me 2 seconds to put a signature here and 21 years association of your company is gone. I'm going to give you 2 hours. He tells me one deadly sentence. I was just senior DM at that time. He said, you all are the future of this company. That sentence, you all are the future of this company. And I changed my mind. I talked to my wife. I talked to my father. Father was very pleased that I was going to stay back in Government of India company. My wife told me whether you join the other company or whether you stay back, I'm going to give you support. I went back to my office and I straight away knew what my decision was. I was going to stay back in National. So today, 16 years later, if you ask me, do you have any regrets? I can tell you, my friends, no regrets. Then comes the year, I'll tell you, I have noted down some years. Then comes 2013. It's a year where suddenly GIPSA has allowed LTS to go abroad. And me and my family decide to go to Canada. And here is my daughter, and my other daughter, who's in Canada at the moment, who's in Toronto. Their future was decided right here at this point of time. Only once it was allowed. It was just for 1 or 2 years. See how destiny has played out. We went to Canada. Both my daughters said this is where we are going to study. And that is how both of them studied. One is still there, one came back. Then comes 2017. And my then CMD tells me, if you want to become a GM, you have to go and head an RO. And I told myself, I'm so happy in digital marketing in head office. Please, I don't want to go anywhere. And suddenly next day, the transfer order happened to Bangalore RO. And I want to tell you, it came as such a shock to me, such a shock, because I did want to go. There were 3 other aspirants. But 2017, that 3 years stint, can I tell you, were the best 3 years of my life. And Without doubt, and that is why I have the love of my fellow NICians from Bangalore who are all here, 15 of them. Then comes 220, become a GM, and that's maybe because I went for that Bangalore stint. But very importantly, another big event now happens in 2022, November 2022. Madam Geeta, you're talking about how you landed up in National, but National treats you, and it's up to you, ma'am. You were so good, you quickly gelled with our team. So hats off to you, Geeta, ma'am. But for me, I wanted to remain in National, and I didn't mind not becoming a director if I had to move out of National. I was the junior most GM. I was told that the moment there is two persons coming from the same company, the junior person has to move out. And I knew that firstly I might not get, but if I get, I have to move out. 2022 result comes out. I am becoming director of the company, and by God's grace, again that chain which I'm talking about, destiny, I am retained in National because I gave National as first choice. And see what I'm telling, how is it that at this point of time, on this date, I am standing here? It is because from 1979, how that whole chain of events, from humanities, favorite lecturer, resignation, promotion to director, and here I am on this stage. So I want all of you to think about your life. Where all in the crossroads of your life you were, and how is it that you all still are here in this company? It makes for very interesting thought processes. You just think in your own life. I've just named a few. And I want to tell you that today I'm married to my significant half, Anjali, because of National Insurance. National Insurance sent me back to Northeast. And here's my wife who's from Shillong. I was from Shillong. And probably that decision of sending me back to Northeast, if I was sent out of Northeast, I might have just told my parents, I'm going to marry a Tamilian. Probably I would have said. But here I'm back. So you see how the whole chain of events, whether it is your job, your marriage, your children, where they are studying, I want you all to think deeper, my friends. It is so interesting. First question answered. Now comes my second question. What are the biggest blessings of this job? Very quickly. Now I'll end it fast because I know I can make out that maybe we are running a little out of time, but let me tell you. What are the biggest blessings of this job? Madam referred to it as work-life balance. Work-life balance. I think this job gives you work-life balance. And a 5-day week. What a beautiful thing to have. Since 1986, 5-day week. I can't tell you the blessing. I started with a salary of 2362, my friends, 2362. And in those days, the figure of 1 lakh felt like you're talking out, you're not in your senses. And just see today where our salary is. 2362 is where I started. And I want to tell you that when we started our career, we were 1175 was the basic. It was even better than the civil servants. And my father, who was in the police, he said 525 is the basic for an IAS officer, and you're getting 1175. I think you should go for it. So that's how National Insurance. Third question, what are the memorable events in my life? I think many. One of the, some small things. Going for an insurance awareness camp in a small remote village in Meghalaya, on the border of India and Bangladesh, talking about insurance, where nobody knows about insurance. You're talking in a language and then you're being translated in Khasi, right on the border. Very memorable. I have always enjoyed all RO in charges meet. Amandeep wearing that turban, last Amritsar meet, absolutely wonderful. Foundation Day programs, every time we took place. The last Foundation Day, right at this place, in this stage, I was dancing down there. Very memorable. Women's Day programs, holding quiz and riddles competitions for Women's Day, NICN Congress, participating in cricket, whether inter-department, inter-office or inter-company, some of the high moments, being part of the corporate film, Yangzong, I think we have a common bond in two things. One, corporate film, and now this digital company profile. These are some of the memorable events. Now next question, number 4. What does Kolkata mean to me? It means the world. Thank you, Kalol, for that book. Thank you, Chiranjeev, for those street photography. Those are going to mean a lot to me. Kolkata is home for me. I want to tell you, I love Calcutta. I think I know Calcutta better than many of you who are from Calcutta. I have seen Calcutta inside out. I know of eating joints. I know of historic joints. I know of lesser known joints. So Calcutta means the world. I have spent 9 years, and it's the best city to have spent my life, major part of my life. Who would you like to specially thank? You know, I just called because being in GMHR, I had the prerogative. So one fine day, I said, can I have a look at my personal service file? You're not allowed to do that, actually. But I wanted to look at my service file. And I found so many interesting documents. And it starts with my sister filling up one application form with her handwriting for GIC. And she did all the hard parts. I had to just write my name, address, and so my sister, the first person I have to, Kalpana in Chennai, I have to thank you for the fact that I am in this job today. I have to thank my better half, Anju. She used to tell me, I think you're not married to me, you're married to your job. Then came my car. And then she said, now I think you're married to your car. Because I still love my car so much, it used to be so polished and everything. But she stood by me. She took care of the household when the two girls were alone, just so that I could progress in my career. It was a question of family versus career. And most people will take a family option. In my life, I want to tell you, I took the career option. And today I would not stand here as director if it was not for my wife saying, yes, go ahead. So I will promise to make up to you in the coming days. We will travel together. I hope I'm no more a banned entity in the kitchen. And I promise my daughter also, who's a chef, that I'll try to emulate some of the good skills which I have my genes are nowhere playing in her becoming a chef. I'm a disaster in the kitchen, but I will make up for it. I want to thank the caretakers, Shibu, Prakash and Zahid, for taking care of me over 12 years. 12 years of my life have been in the hands of caretakers. My drivers, Srinivas, who's also here, Sanjay, they know me inside out. I have to thank you all. My parents, my school for my values, my batchmates for the tremendous bonding we have, and I really feel privileged to be part of the 1986 batch of generalists. And ultimately, it's you, my family of NICians, all of you sitting here, and the 8,400 who are outside, who are the reason why I love this company from the inner core of my heart. I want to tell you, I got so much love from this company that there's no question. I'll answer that in my last question. What are the feelings you're going through? 2 more questions, which I've been going through. What are the feelings you have gone through? I want to tell you, it's very surprising. I'm at total peace. And I have total gratitude. I have pride about the company I'm passing out from. Satisfaction, happiness, little bit of sadness for sure, but I know that it's not going to end with today. Our bond is going to continue. So, and then the final question, and the most difficult question. If you were given a choice today and you went back to your life, starting as a 23-year-old, would you still choose national insurance? The toughest question. I had a lot of thinking here. And then I looked back over what has happened in 37 years of my life. And I want to tell you, not because it's a thank you speech or a farewell speech. Yes, I would like to be born again in National Insurance Company. So, may this building, which bring lofty dreams for all of us, bring lots of good luck, and may this very floor be lit up by the talent of our NICs, which some of which are getting ready, some of whom are getting ready to perform, and I hope you all will be end of all the speeches which have happened. But I want to end with one final thing. My daughter from Toronto said, carry a hanky. Carry a hanky. Carry a lot of tissues. Because she says, you are a crybaby. You are an emotional fool. You're going to cry. You're not going to be able to speak. So there's a huge bet between my wife and my two daughters. They said, you're not going to be able to speak, ma'am. And I want to tell you that the reason I used to cry for smaller things, but today I'm not crying because I'm going with great happiness. Because I have confidence in the fact that their relation is not going to end right here. And I get a lot of strength from ma'am's smile there. We all talk about ma'am's smile, isn't it? What does a smile convey, my friends? I want to tell you, a smile immediately keeps the other person at ease. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Who has got the most winning smile of them all? Right here, Suchita ma'am. Without a doubt, I think you all have seen the photos. You have seen the photos. If you have any doubts about this, my friend, go back to any photo and look at who all are smiling. And who has got the brightest smile of them all? Ma'am, you win hands down, I want to tell you. And really thank you for that, because I want to tell you, when you smile, even in very tense situations, the whole room lights up, and we know that things are under control. Never we see you with a tension in your face, that things are not in control, and So I would say, I agree with Kalol when he says that smile is your single biggest disarming thing, which has taken all of us, not only you, it has helped the entire corporate team, it has helped the entire 8,500 NICs. Your caring ways, man. You are a person who is deeply caring, and I can tell you, I know that because whenever we used to travel together, ma'am would go by a higher class, but she would always ensure my luggage goes along with her luggage, so that it is the first to come out. There was no need to do that, ma'am, but you always ensured that. I can count a lot of ways where you showed care, but that is one quality which was truly something why you are a leader. You're very sporting in nature, ma'am. We used to pull your leg, what Chiranjeev said. We used to joke with you. How dare your juniors joke with you? But you used to allow us. And used to have as big a laugh at the joke as any of us. And your bursting into laughter used to be something which we used to really enjoy. And I want to tell you two things. 3 times we were on official visits. The first time was to Kohima. Suddenly ma'am gets a SMS. You have to be present tomorrow in Delhi. And here ma'am has traveled, just imagine where is Kohima. And ma'am gets an SMS where she's told that she has to be present for a parliamentary committee meeting. As much as ma'am wanted to remain, Devashish, you will remember this. Ma'am wanted to be in Nagaland because we were getting so wonderful response from the super achievers of National. But she took a decision that she's the CMD of the company. She's going to face the parliamentary committee. My respect for you, ma'am, went up sky high. Here we are in Pune. We are in a 3-day retirement program. And it's a wonderful program. And then again that SMS comes. DFS meeting on the third day of the training. Again, ma'am, you left that beautiful training to be part to represent national at a DFS meeting. I am sitting with madam in Mahabalipuram. I'm having breakfast with her. There is a very exciting thing happening the next day. Sir and Kamaljeet sir, madam and you are going for a religious function, which was very big plan, and she gets a call from Ishita. In 1 minute, ma'am left everything. It was a 1 month plan to go where they were going. Sir had not yet landed, he was landing in the evening. You rang up. You wanted your mother in Mumbai. She did not. I was sitting next to ma'am when your call came, Ishita. I want to tell you, you have a mother who loves you from the core of her heart. And here is the head of an organization who's leading a team of 8,500 people, who said, today I will take it. I will leave everything for my daughter, Ishita. So I hope you never forget this part of the love of your parents for you. And I want to tell you that this is the quality which makes ma'am stand out. Her commitment to the company, commitment to family. She knows her priorities, where it is. When it has to be company, leave everything, be there for the company. And that's a message again for all of us. You have to know when to be committed to company and when you have to leave everything for family. Ma'am, you are the best example of that. And I cherish memories. Ma'am, I cherish lots of good memories. Pani Puri in Chittaranjan Park. Vista Dome, na? Raju? Vista Dome train ride from Araku Valley to Vizag. Trip to Wagah border, ma'am. Where we were the flag and NIC flag. Parliamentary committee meeting in Shillong. And I want to tell you, I asked ma'am a question. Ma'am, you've traveled so much over 2 years. Which is one trip which really you look back and say that was a wonderful trip? And I want to tell you, ma'am, when you pointed out to Shillong, I said, that is it. I grew up in Shillong 25 years. And when you said Shillong, ma'am, I said I was so happy. It was a very special trip to Shillong, that particular trip. We also had a parliamentary trip to Mangalore. And I want to tell you that ma'am is very religious. Outwardly, she doesn't look religious, but ma'am is quite religious in one way. Wherever she is, she will make one trip to a temple. The best known temple, she will go to that temple. And in all her trips, if there is one person who has visited the maximum famous temples in India, and I want to say churches also, because I've seen her coming to a church also. Ma'am, you should be greatly blessed. Your family should be greatly blessed. Ishita, may you rise to the heights which you have to rise. If it means you have to go abroad and show your thing. If it means being in India and showing your greatness, be in India and do it. Okay?
And CMD madam, Peter sir is already on stage. I request Bangalore Arrow to come up, and I also request CMD madam to please be on stage.
heard about you, Anjali, and he speaks so highly about your daughter. And to my family, my daughter, my husband, and my total entire family from Delhi is here with me today. And also, not to mention, is my GIC family. You have seen Jeshi being so passionate that they are talking only about 2 years of yours. So I must say something for her, your 34 years. So I'm really thankful to all of you. Now the challenge that I'm short, they want a stool. No, it's okay.
Just this.
Huh? Okay. Okay. Yeah.
This is the way.
So here I thank I have spent 36 years in this industry. 34 years I've been in GIC and just 2 years here. Okay, as has been already said, there's so much about the business figures and what I have done for this is they made put me on a stool. So maybe I was not seen properly or something. So the 2 years here has well, after getting national, as I will not speak much, whatever, how the financials has all come out, and I think I must really, thanks to Devraj, he has bought it out so beautifully, it was a surprise to me. I didn't know the photographs, from where you collected all those. It was a beautiful thing, I must thank you for it, and also for the book, And you have always been there for me, whatever time, anytime I want anything, he has always been there. And seeing the visual of Peter, what struck me is what has taken national, something national has taken away from him. Tell what? His hair. I could hardly recognize him in his initial days, We all look so same, normally, initial old. But his is completely different. I wouldn't have recognized Peter, and I think NIC has taken away your hair. So this is what the documentary, it was so beautifully done, and all the nice words which each one of you have said here. I don't know whether I deserved it or not. I came here, it was my duty to work for 2 years in the organization. Whatever way it was given, the ministry had put the confidence and put me here, and wherever I am, I'll see that, we reach the heights. But I must say, but without all your efforts, I have received so much of love and affection in 2 years. But, I never felt for one day that I'm an outsider. And I've just come new here. Each one in the head office, the DGMs, GMs, chief managers, wherever, I think I know most of the junior officers also by name, whatever it is, because I have that habit of actually calling the juniors and learning from them. So this has always been my nature, and I know most of them. And everywhere I have gone around India, my 880 and 8,400, wherever I have best, I think I've almost touched on all the ROs except a few. I could not go because of various reasons. I've got love and affection from each of them, and I feel, that we have this national profile which we have gone through, and you have seen the history, what national was, and but slowly as the thing is there, the U-turn is there, let us not see that there was a glorious past, a little dip, again it's on the path to recovery, and I think with the strength all NICians have today, the experience, and especially what I appreciate in this company is the passion towards national. They're so passionate about the company. You speak to any GM, DGM, they'll be full of passion more than, something emotions play more. So that is the case with NIC, and I wish, and I'll keep my speech a little strong. I'm not a great orator like, Peter is. That's why I sent him first to take care of the balance, so that there's little time for me. But I have really enjoyed my time over here. I thank each and every one of you, all my 8,500 employees. Some of you are here, but most of them are out. I thank each one of you who have supported me in this journey and brought about the turnaround, helped me in each way. I have missed my family. Yes, my family is there for me. My daughter here especially, I know she's my weakest point in my life, I feel. But she has given me, ample support whenever there were times when I really felt, because of various reasons. But she was the one who said, no, don't always be there. And that is it. My entire family, my Delhi family, my in-laws, all are here today. They have always supported me in everything. And my biggest support is my mother, who has taken care of my family and who is not there today. And, and she cannot get up. But I really thank her for my career, from what I have, from where I came, from a AO to this position which I have come. I owe a lot to her. I wish she could have been here, but wherever she is, her blessings are always there with me, I know. And Peter especially, and I'll miss all of you. I think the bond we have, like same way, like in GIC, you have seen that, my bonding is very strong. They came all the way from there. Thank you. Thanks, Jayashree. Thank you, all of you. And also, all my GICN colleagues also. Please convey my thanks to them. Because of them, I'm here today. Whatever I learned over there, however, they brought me up. The company brings you up. There's a culture in the company, and because of them, I'm what I am today. And all my colleagues over here, I'll miss you a lot. Peter, especially, you're bidding a farewell. I have enjoyed various trips, as you said. I think I've gone out with most of them. I've enjoyed all the things, and we get that, energy from Peter. And he's too good a human. I used to always tell him, learn to say no sometimes. He always says yes, tries to please people, he's never harsh. So I said, yeah, sometimes learn to be a little harsh and scold people, learn to say no. But that doesn't come in him somehow. So Peter, I wish you a great life ahead with your family. And as everybody has said, you are a great human being. You love your nature. You can be a great photographer, which I think you should be. Wherever nook and corner, he's out with his camera taking out photographs. And all of you here sitting here, my team over here, my GMs, DGMs whom I've left behind, the CTO, I wish, National goes to greater heights. I'll be following each one of you very closely. And my relationships go beyond official. It's always been a little person. I'm always there for you. My phone number remains the same, and I'll be there in Mumbai. So any point of time, I'm reachable. Please keep in touch, and I wish each one of you a great time ahead in your personal and your professional life. May the youngsters, especially over here, rise to great heights. I really want one day. That was the way of selection maybe the last 2 years I've made. I would like to see, somebody being the chairman of National from National itself. That has been one of my, aims. And that is what I want in future it should be. It won't happen overnight, but it will happen one day. So, all the best to all of you, and thank you very much for all your support you have given me in the last 2 years. Thank you.